T-Boys TV. Bit of breaking news here for you guys. T-Boy discusses today, and that is Samson Tovide. His move to Luton Town from Colchester is off. Now, apparently a bid was accepted last week. However, the two clubs were unable to agree on the structure of the proposed deal, and the move is now off. Tovide trained with the U's at Florence Park today, ahead of the League Two clash at Oldham Athletic this weekend. So, interesting one. He is not joining Luton now. Um, and it is a bit of a gutting one because obviously, again, a bid was agreed last week. What was that potential structure that was not agreed with? Was it a potential loaning back to Colchester for another season? I'm not too sure, but what do you guys make of this? Are you gutted? Or if you are a Colchester fan watching this, are you happy that you've managed to keep him? And, what does this mean for Luton? Will we get someone else in to be, another option that we could have had with Tovide? Do let me know. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments on what their manager has said about this. He said, unfortunately, once we got down to the miniature, I believe that is the word, of the deal, it was just in the structure of the deal where the two clubs couldn't agree. As a consequence, Samson has come back to the group and he trained today. He's a brilliant kid. I've been lucky enough in my life to work with a lot of special people that have been really, really successful. And with all of them, it's just something that they have. Samson has a phenomenal personality. He has an incredible will and determination and fight. And of course, he's just a young boy. And this is the first time that he's been in this position. But I have so much faith in him as a human being. And I know that he'll find a way to come through this disappointment and will find a way to respond, because that's what he does. I have so much respect for him, and I'm categoric that he will go on, and have a brilliant career. We're just excited to try and help and support him in that process. Obviously, he was linked with a number of other clubs over recent months, QPR, Barnsley. There's obviously still 3 weeks of the summer transfer window remaining. There's still a possibility he could exit. But yeah, he's also added, what I encourage Samson to do is control what he can control. We're going to put all of our energy into that and all of our energy into training and keep trying to improve and get better and into his performance and let everything else take care of itself, because we and Samson in particular can't control some of the other factors. For any human being, if you try to control the things you can't control, then you can end up getting quite frustrated and anxious and disappointed. For us, put all of your energy into what you can control, and if he does that, then I know how good he is. He's a phenomenon. I've never seen anyone so powerful and so strong and so willing as he is. Listen, if it isn't going to be Luton, he'll come back to us. He'll be brilliant for us, and it'll be someone else, because football doesn't miss out anymore, and it's not going to miss out on someone of Samson's qualities, that is for sure. So that is what their managers come out and said on it. Again, was there something in the deal in terms of, him going back out there on loan? Is that why fell through? That's the only thing I can really think of. I mean, it might be other things, but it makes sense because in the past, Luton have, Taylor and Harris, we done it with him. Tom Holmes, we done it with him as well. We had them, and then we put them back out to obviously their clubs where we got them from in Reading. So we have done that before. Maybe we just got to that stage where we're like, nah. And it would make sense because look at the Nordas thing that Bloomfield's come out and said about yesterday. Or he's still got to develop, this and that. Yates is not going to be available to start because he's obviously trying to get minutes under his belt and things like that. So he'll come on at most on the game on Saturday against Peterborough. Woodrow, whether you think them rumours are true or not, it has come out today that apparently Middlesbrough and Oxford are looking at him as an option. So, what does that leave you with? Ali, who we're probably going to play as a wing-back until we actually get a left wing-back in, left-back, whatever you want to call it. What are you looking at then? You've got Elijah, you've got Brown out. You've only really got Wells, But I do think the Woodrow rumours are just rumours. I don't think he will leave the football club this season. Next season, yes, probably, but not this year. But yeah, I mean, it's annoying. It is annoying because he did bring another option in the sense of he could play anywhere across that three. And if we are to play a 3-4-3, which it looked like we was in the first game of the season, he could have been very beneficial in that as the season went on. But where do we go from here, guys? Do we get someone else in, or do we just leave it? But I think we need to get someone else in because of the Nordas situation, and that is why. And obviously, you still got Brown and Elijah out for a very long time. The boys were in training today, and Elijah was there. Just on the social media, obviously, he won't be ready to go yet. But he is, I believe, off the crutches and things like that. So, he is getting a decent step of his recovery, being done, which is great to see. But he still ain't going to be back anytime soon. And Brown, again, ain't really going to be back anytime soon. Earlier than Elijah, but still not anytime soon. So, where does this leave us, guys? Where does this leave us? Do let me know your thoughts. And again, like I said yesterday, we are linked with Terry Taylor, us and Barnsley, are the teams that are interested in him. And again, like I say, I think it's the Nakamba replacement. A lot of people saying Lamine, but going by what Bloomfield said, he heavily wants to keep Lamine and feels like we don't need to sell him, which is great to hear. We don't. We don't need to sell him. And Nakamba's, yes, he's been playing in the under-21s and he was seen in training today, but I think that's just to get him up to a decent speed so then he can get off, basically. It's going to be hard because he is one of the higher wage earners and he's, a bit older than obviously a lot of other players at the team, in the squad. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe he plays the first half of the season up until January. Same with Chong. I think they might be similar in that sense where if we don't get them off in the summer, this summer transfer window, then they'll both be gone, January, if not, definitely the end of the season. But it's more of a difficult one to make with Nakamba. I mean, as much as Chong, he hasn't really been great for Luton, he's still a player that a lot of teams would take at their team. So it's a bit of an easier one to, I guess, negotiate when it comes to Tahith Chong. But yeah, do let me know, guys. Do let me know your thoughts on everything I've said today. Samson, again, Luton fan, are you gutted about this? If there's any Colchester fans watching this, how do you feel that you will be keeping him, at least for now? And then, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Nakamba, Chong, do you reckon they'll stay? If so, how long do you reckon they'll stay for? Yeah, do let me know your thoughts on everything I've discussed today. But yeah, big up to everyone. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe, follow me across on my socials, Squad T Extra channel. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys in a bit. Take care. Peace.